Hi everyone, Matthew Ruttan here, your pastor at Westminster Church in Barrie, speaking to you on behalf of our elders. And I want to provide an update about the COVID-19 pandemic and how we're responding as a church. So earlier in the summer, we told you that we'd be reporting back later in the summer after we've met, and we've met digitally twice actually, and provide you with an update and some next steps. And let me just tell you that we've never really faced anything like this. Certainly not something as challenging as this and with as many different considerations as this. Certainly not in my time since I've been the pastor here in 2008. And with this pandemic, so many things seem to be changing almost weekly and sometimes even daily. But with that in mind, we'd rather be an inch too careful than an inch too careless. So here's the update. Westminster will continue our live stream only worship services for the time being. We will reassess this regularly. Although many parts of our society are relaxing precautions, there is an expected increase in COVID-19 cases. Healthcare officials have expressed concern about this. The next 2 months have been called critical, and the reopening of public schools throws a large question mark into how things will develop in Ontario and in this county. We will watch that closely. But here are some of the things that are changing. First, we will resume outdoor-only youth group meetings for our young people. That's important. 2, I as your pastor will also make myself available for 12 hours every Wednesday between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to talk and pray with people at the church outside as a way to connect and care for one another. By request, I will serve you communion in a safe way. Just be in touch with me to book an appointment. So you do have to book an appointment. 3, further, and this is very significant, we are exploring a yet-to-be-approved home church model. This would be so that people could get together safely to continue to build our community and fellowship and to encourage and strengthen one another in the faith. Resources and instructions could be provided by Westminster, details to come. All of this builds on what we have already done. The live streaming of services is going well. Our existing technology and online presence have been a massive help. You have been assisting others through calls, distance visits, and check-in chats. We moved small groups, youth groups, and other studies and events online with success. We've been producing some Faith at Home resources, including a VBS resource geared towards families and young people. We've developed a smartphone app to be better connected and informed. You have been diligent and have ensured the financial stability of the congregation moving forward, and learning opportunities will continue and ramp up through the autumn. We realize this is a lot of information, so a written version of what I'm saying will be available with this video. Plus, we've also developed a form if you want to provide feedback or input into the process. You need to include your name, and the input will be submitted to our opening up committee consisting of elders Steve Sainsbury, Colin Leonard, and Tom Walsh. And so a link to that is also provided. As I say all this, I realize, and we realize, that many people will have different thoughts or feelings about all this. We understand that and we respect that. Some of you may really agree with this approach. Some of you may disagree with this approach. Others will trust that we're doing our best to be wise and faithful in the midst of a situation that none of us have ever been in before. I'm not going to lie. Some things we will do well, other things maybe not so well. It's a very steep learning curve, and so in and through it all, we covet your prayers, and with God's grace, we are doing our best. With this pandemic, it seems to be that some things are changing every few weeks, sometimes every few days, and so with that in mind, we would rather be an inch too careful than an inch too careless. So that's our latest update, and I just want to end with 2 reminders. First, let's fix our eyes, as always, on Jesus. And second, I want to offer a reminder about our memory verse from last month from Romans 12:12. To be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer.